Yeah. Let me share my screen. If you're able to see me the screen, just let me know. Hey, good morning, everyone. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, yes, bro.
Okay. Hey, thanks for joining. Welcome to the day three session. Let me take you through the day three session. So we are discussing about the enterprise structure. We are trying to figure it out how we are going to find out the enterprise. If you are joining any company in the project, so you want to figure it out how to identify their enterprise structure. So how you are going to identify the enterprise ledger, legal entity, their business units, and the inventory organization. That part we can see today. So any demo instance I'm taking, and I'm trying to figure it out. What is the enterprise structure they are using here? So once we identify, then we can go and we can create one new business unit and a new organization. Then we can start our inventory. Okay, let me take you through. So first, we are going to identify the my enterprise. So what are the details I needed? I need my enterprise name, ledger details, and I need the legal entity, business units, is my master org, and what is my inventory org. So these are the details we can identify from the it's already implemented. So we are not implementing anything. If it is already implemented, we are trying to identify the details. Does anyone join the session? Okay. So here, if you want to first identify all the details, what you need to have, first you need to have the username. As I said earlier, even I shared the document and even I uploaded the video in our YouTube channels, how to create the user and what are the roles needs to be tagged. So if you have the application implementation consultant, so you can able to access the setup and maintenance. Here you can see, right? If you can go top right corner on your name, you can click. Here you can see the setup and maintenance. If you need to see this, you need to have the access of application implementation consultant role. Okay. And I click on here. So all the enterprise and legal entity ledgers, these are associated with financials, as I said earlier. So this is what we call offering financials. So here we are discussing about enterprise. So the navigation, how we are going to say enterprise, enterprise structure, navigation. So how we are going to navigate setup and maintenance. This navigations, it will be easy. For example, if you are traveling anywhere, what you used to do, you try to use the Google Maps. If you visit that same place one time, two times, a third time, what you can do, you don't require to use the Google Maps. automatically what your brain it will start telling you. You're already aware of that place. So here also remains same. If you practice 1 hour more than one time, then automatically you will remember this navigation. You don't require to always go and come see the navigation. So now I'm going to set up and maintenance, and I'm selecting the offering is setup financials dot enterprise. Okay, this is what I said. First, I'm going to name, click on the setup and maintenance. Under setup, I selected the financials. Under financials, I select the enterprise profile. So yesterday, what happened when I'm trying to access the, uh, just give me a minute, manage enterprise HCM information. So what will happen? This standard feature is not, one second. This is about the licensing part. So where it is throwing an error, let me show you. When I click on this, this is about some licensing part. You can go and you can view about this. This is kind of a standard error. So where they are talking about we don't have that licensing part, but still we don't require to use that particular configurations. If you want to view, you can go and you can use the another configuration to find out your enterprise structure. You can go to the enterprise. Here you have the enterprise structures. From here you can find out what is your enterprise. Okay, you can click on enterprise structure. Here you can able to see that. Okay, so what is your enterprise structure? Okay, I'm just clicking on editing. This pencil icon you can see, right? If you want to edit, you can edit that. Just click on the pencil icon, then you are able to see that. So this is how you are going to be configure the enterprise structure. If you want to create a new, I'm clicking on the plus symbol. This plus symbol represent the creating the new record. If you want to update something, that is representing the pencil icon. Here you can see, right? This is about the duplicate. If you want to duplicate the record, you are going to use this. If you want to delete the cross symbol, we are going to use it. If I click on create, you can see that enterprise configuration, name and description, you are going to get it. Hope is it clear? Just let me know if you're able to know.
Yes.
Okay. And if you want to start any business, what we need to have it? First, we need to have the locations. So in which location we are starting our business. So first of all, for that, we need to have the location details. So in the location details, what we are going to do, this is the place where you are going to create it. The same navigation to create that, how the enterprise structure you are identify. Instead of here enterprise details, you are going to have manage locations. So you can click on the location. What is meant by location? So again, same issue. So I think licensing one. Location is nothing but you're going to have the name and address details. So anybody, if you ask about any location, what they used to do, they used to ask about the location name and that address details, where exactly it's located. That is the information we are going to have it in the manage locations. As I said, these three details, enterprise, legal entity, ledger details, majorly taken care by the finance team. We are going to involve to understand what enterprise name they're using, what ledger, what legal entity. Our major work is going to start from business units. Okay. I'm going to take you through the ledger and legal entity details. So you have in the same financials, you have the general ledger. Under general ledger, you can see manage primary ledgers. Same navigation. I'm showing you one more time. This is financial, general ledger, manage primary ledgers. Okay. Here you can see all your ledger details. As I said, right, you can create how many ledgers you wanted, but I'm going to identify for my vision operations. So I'm going forward, I'm going to utilize that. Yeah, I'm going to use this US primary ledger. So on the time of testing, you start using this US primary ledger. Nowhere you are going to insert any ledger details, but I'm just telling you like what I'm going to use it. So we have that US primary ledger. Now let me identify my legal entity. The navigation remains same for legal entity as well. Set up financials, and you're going to have legal structures. You can just click on legal structures. As I said, the navigation remains same. Manage legal entity. I'm just clicking on manage legal entity. I already explained you about what is business unit, what is your ledger, what is enterprise. All these details I explained in the day 2 session. Maybe after this call, I can give you that document. Maybe you can go through it if you still have any questions on that. So this is how whenever I click on, it will ask you to create the new legal entity. Okay. When I click on directly on this, when I click on directly on manage legal entity, what is going to suggest to create the new legal entity. So if you want to see the existing already created legal entities, I'm just going here. Here it will ask you to select the existing one. So we don't require to create all this, but for when you are testing it, this is the one I'm going to use it. US one legal entity. Okay. This is the legal entity I'm going to use going forward for testing purpose. US one legal entity. Is anyone joining the call? Fine. This is my legal entity, which is tagged. Okay. I'm closing this. Now I'm going to identify my business units. The navigation remains same. So the navigation for business unit, financials, organization structure. Under organization structure, you can able to see the manage business unit. The business unit, I'm going to use the US1 business unit. So this is the one I'm going to use it. US1 business unit. In business unit level, you can come to know that the details. See, US1 business unit and how I got created. Is it active or not? And what is the location which is tagged? So now, if I want to know for this particular business unit, what are the ledgers, what are the legal entities which is tagged? If you want to see that info, this is the player where you can create the business units. Okay, manage business units. You are going to able to create it. US business unit. If you have the manage business unit business function, it is represent that how it is going to be get utilized. So I created, 10 business units. So each business unit, what is the purpose of it? Where I'm going to use it? What are the functions that's going to be get enabled for that? So I'm just going here and I'm going to select it, manage business unit, business function. Manage business unit, business function. To see that, what is the purpose of that business unit creation? So where we are using this business unit? Is it for procurement? Is it for order management? Is it for payables? Is it for receivables? So what is the functions are enabled for that BU? So when you open that manage business unit business function, we are going to select that particular BU. You can see now assigning business unit business function. So what are the business functions are enabled? If I enable payable invoicing, then you are able to see this BU in the at the time of invoice creation. When I enable it for customer payments, you are able to create the customer payments by using this BU. If I'm removing the procurement from here, then you won't see this particular BU in your procurement at the time of creating the purchase orders, because from this particular BU, I'm not going to perform any purchase orders or requisition or receiving. So this how you can control your business unit by using the business unit business function configuration. You can see in the right hand side for this particular BU, what are the ledger I'm using, what is the legal entity I'm using. Okay. This how even in the BU itself you can able to figure it out. Tim, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And this is the place how you can identify. I'm just giving you as a reference. I can keep you later. So now US primary ledger, US one legal entity. US primary ledger, US one legal entity, and US one business unit. We know three details now. Now we are going to identify what is a master organization, what is the inventory organization. If you are ready to go and practice this enterprise structure, and I can provide you the document, you follow the steps and you can go ahead and you can define your own. Or else it's better you can take these details and start practicing for the inventory. Okay. Now I'm trying to identify my master organization and my inventory organization. So here I'm moving to the same organization structures. You can see the inventory organizations. Okay. You can see the inventory organizations. In the same financials, organization structures, manage inventory organizations. So here my navigation remains same. Only thing, manage inventory, inventory organization. So still there are a lot of interviews. They are talking about what is the major difference between master organization and inventory organization. So that I clearly explained in the day one session. If anybody, if you are not joined in the last session, maybe you can follow that video and you will come to know that what is the use of it. Okay. Okay. So this is how the inventory organizations we are going to get created, and you can even search. So now I'm not sure like what are the organization which I have it. It is kind of in a search. It's very easy to go and figure it out what exactly it is, how you are going to be utilized because it's basic English what they written here. It's kind of on a search screen. Whatever the existing organization you are created, you are able to search from the screen. If you want to create it, as I said, the plus icon you can click on, you can start creating it. Like let me click on and I can show you what are the prerequisites. So when you are going to play a cricket match or play a football, the prerequisites are going to be there. Kind of you need the ground, you need the cricket bat and ball. So the similarly, whenever you are going to create the organization, so if you want to start something, that organization creation, first you need to know where you are going to start that organization, that location details required, and you need to identify that it comes under which ledger, which legal entity. So that details you need to provide. Okay. And you need to give that organization name and organization short name. So you can see, right? A lot of people, they have the alias name. I mean, if you have the name, full name, like myself, it's Narendra Yadav Gadina. So they used to call me Narendra. So you are going to give that short name to easily identify the organization name. Okay, organization name and that short name. So this how you are going to create it, the organization. No, I'm not creating it. I'm going to identify the my existing organization. So if you join for any support project, first you need to bring all these details because at any given point of time, if you need to understand your enterprise structure in your support project, you need to have all these details. Inventory organization. I know that my business unit, I'm giving my business unit here and I'm searching. With this business unit, how many organizations are created? Okay, see, you can see here, these many organizations are already created. Hope you are clear. These are the organization. These are the inventory organizations. These are the inventory organizations got created. So we are going to utilize the organization 001, 002. Maybe you can call it 001 as my Bangalore organization, or maybe my New York, or 002 maybe Chicago. So to easily identify, if you want it, you can have it like 001 is your Bangalore organization, 002 is your Chennai organization. So we'll see how it got created. 001 I'm opening. I'm just going to edit. You can see here. So my Seattle organization, as I said, I'm just going to give Bangalore. So here I'm going to see that organization code and the business unit, it is tagged to that particular organization, and what legal entities got tagged and what is the primary ledger it got tagged. Hope you are clear now how it is interlinked. And that is what we discussed in the day two session. So you can see here that address also they are provided. Now I'm going to click on next. Now you can able to see that item master organization. So what is the use of item master organization? What exactly we are storing that I already explained you in the last session. Item master organization, it's store all your items, and it's in a master organization where you are going to just utilize those items and assign to the child or inventory organizations. So I'm going to keep the master records here in one place, and I can be associated with n number of inventory organization. Example, I have here 001, 002. If I want to create an item, for example, startup bar, if I have 10 inventory organization, I always need to repeat this Tata car in 10 organization. So I don't require to do that. First, the Tata car I can create in the master record. The same master record I can just assign or associate that. Okay, just assigning. So automatically, what will happen? This item it's going to be reflected in these organizations as well. That I can show you in the next session how to create an item and how we are going to be assign that item to the different inventory organizations. So the major difference between master org and inventory org, in the master organization, we are not performing any material transactions. It's kind of a logical, and inventory transaction, it's kind of a physical location it's going to be tagged. And here we are going to perform the different inventory transactions. That material movement you can see, and you are going to store the stock. Hope is that clear? Team, any questions?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So in inventory organization, so each organization they have few controls that we used to call organization parameters. So here you can see, right, after creating the inventory organization, I came to organization parameter screen. So we are going to represent that organization, and the organization level. There are few parameters it will control. So those controls we call it as a revision control and lot and serial control. So you can see the lot control and serial control. These are the few controls you are going to be maintained at the organization level. And as well as you have the stock locator control as well. So you can see locators as well. If you are going to be enable it, that locator controls also, it's going to be get that locator controls also, it's going to be enabled from the header level itself. I mean to say that organization level itself. So there are four different controls. It's an inventory topic. It's going to come at the time of inventory when we are discussing about. So how you are going to use these controls, how you can manage your items. Okay, here you have right locator control. So if you keep that control, there are four different control types you have it. No control, then there is no control from the organization level. And if you are going to have a previously defined control, dynamic entry, and at the sub-inventory level. So each, case wise, we can do one test case and we can identify how we can utilize this. So this is one of the config in inventory level, like inventory organization parameters. So that's how you can identify your ledger, your enterprise, ledger, legal entity, business unit, and your organization. If you are able to do this, if you are able to go and you can identify, I can share this in our group as well. First, get it done, all your details. If you are ready with your username and password, from tomorrow onwards, what I will do, I will take you through the item creations. Then maybe you can start practicing. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, that real, system instance level testing, it's going to be start. So be ready with it. I will give you that navigations and setup steps, what you need to follow. Hope is that clear to you?
No.
Yes, Sandhu.
Okay. So that's how like I kept it for today's session. From tomorrow onwards, I will start doing it. The PIM module, product information management, what we used to call product information management, what we used to call. Why we are going to use it? To create the items, okay, and manage the items. And after that, the inventory module I'm going to start. This is all about how you are storing the item, how you are transferring the items, okay, how you are calculating or what we used to call counting, and how you are planning your items. So all these things we can see in the inventory module. And the procurement, it is about suit module. Whenever you go and you buy, you know, in any clothes store, you can go and you can buy, right? So what you are going to buy, either you are going to buy the trousers or jacket or belt like that. You can buy individual like. So that's how it's going to be inventory and PIM. But in procurement, there is a suit module, procurement suit. Suit in the sense it's a combination of plenty of things. Like here you are going to get the supplier portal. You are going to have the self-service procurement. You are going to have these procurement contracts, and you are going to have the sourcing. You are going to have the supplier qualification management, and we are going to have the core purchasing as well. This is the combination of all these modules. So don't worry about it by seeing a lot of things. It hardly takes a day or two to complete all these modules. Okay. So if you have the high level knowledge and what are the configs are there, what are the transactions are there, it's good enough. So maybe once you know the core concepts, then you can practice the advanced. So this will take one by one and I can explain you. On order management, we already started the evening batch. If anybody, if you are not following, maybe you can go and you can check our YouTube channel and our site. You can able to see that. So majorly we are discussing about here also. There are a few modules we need to discuss about pricing, shipping, GOP. I explained about GOP already, and we are going to have a distributed order orchestration and order management, how it will work. So these are the things we are going to discuss about in this course. So from tomorrow onwards, I will start explaining about the product information system. It's majorly discuss about your item, how you are creating your item, how it's going to be, the item structure it's going to be, what are the item catalogs, and you're going to have the item categories. So all these things we can discuss from tomorrow onwards. We'll try to complete it by this next 2 or 3 days. So I don't want to spend more time on PIM module. So I will take next 3 days, or maybe Sunday I will take, and I will try to close it, the PIM module. Okay. So then maybe from Monday onwards, we can start the inventory module. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me start here the recording.